Hello, my Vibe Tribe. Welcome to the Daily Vibe. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. I was struggling a little bit. I have a different kind of thing that holds my phone right now so I can do this, but it's not cooperating. So if I'm a little crooked, I apologize. And here I go putting on my jewelry again. So I am going to wait a couple seconds for people to get on. Let's see if I can straighten this. That work? No, it's still kind of crooked, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna wait for a few people to get on, just to see. Oh, you can kind of see my Maleficent picture, huh? That was a birthday present from my brother from another mother, Troy. It's so weird. Oh gosh, it's been a day, and it's only 8:30 here in California. How's everybody? We got Monday stuff today. Monday stuff. I see hearts coming up on my screen, and I see a person, so I'm guessing it is probably Baby Puff. See if my intuition is correct. I'm waiting. I think she might be typing saying, "It's me." I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, oh no! Oh, good morning, Sammy. Good morning, Baby Puff. If you can send Baby Puff some extra juju, and I am guessing Sammy too. I would really appreciate that, guys. Whoever might be watching this. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? It's Monday. Monday. Yes, I know that's not the words, but this is me. Gosh, come on, baby sibling, make one come out. That one? What is that? Huh. It's one of those days. It's always one of those days, right? So, I promised I would kind of be back to my quirky self on Monday. Well, actually, I didn't promise, did I? I just kind of said, well, we'll see what happens. But on the other hand, I do feel a lot better. I've actually found what might be one of my triggers. So, no, that's not going to work. Not a trigger per se, but good morning, Victoria. So, you know how sometimes you just you kind of, well, if anybody suffers from dinged up mental health, it's sometimes hard to tell that you're in it until you're in it. And you don't always see it coming. It kind of blindsides you like a crazy mofo. And I found that when I can't sing, like it's just, your heart doesn't feel it, that I think I'm in something. Because last night I had my earphones on. I did not care who could hear me. And it felt good. It felt really good to just sing. So, anyways, let's get started. You guys don't have all day, I know. All right, we got two cards. This one and this one. Look, it's like a moon, and the full moon is this weekend. So, I think it's a moon. It's supposed to be a moon. So, the full moon is this weekend. It's the worm moon. I'm not really sure why it's called the worm moon, but Native Americans gave a lot of the moons their names. So, and usually for specific reasons. So, I'm not sure what the worm moon is, but I'm sure it means something. And I will, you know what? Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll look it up to find out what it is. So, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. And when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. So, now, remember, and for anybody who's new, the universe is your higher power. So if it's God or whoever sits at your spiritual table, or the universe and God, or maybe all of the above, that's me. Just go with that, okay? Don't read too far into what they call it. It's about the message. It's not about what the card says it is. I think it's just picking universe because the deck is the universe has your back. But like I said, it's whoever your higher power is, your chosen higher power. So when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Have you ever noticed that when you're having a great day, everything seems to be going right? But if you're having a bad day, you are almost certain everything is just going to be shit for the rest of the day because nothing goes right, right? You could be stuck in the same amount of traffic you were stuck in every single day, but it's going to feel like it's different, like it's worse, right? Because you're noticing the people cutting you off. You're noticing all the people just being assholes on the freeway. Maybe even you're being an asshole on the freeway. I've done that. I complain and then I immediately do it. So talk about having instant karma come whack me upside the head a few times on the freeway. So it really, I know it's hard. Sometimes when you are having a bad day, it is just going to be a bad day. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's just how it is. It is how it is. You know, I can't really put anything else on that. But when you have a moment and you have that time, take a few seconds, take a few moments to just sit with yourself and just breathe. Breathe out all that crappy stuff. Breathe out all that gunk and that muck and that ickiness. And just breathe in all that positivity. You know, just sometimes they'll say make a list. Make a list of all the things that make you happy, right? Like if the sunshine makes you happy, if snow makes you happy, if a cool breeze blowing through your hair makes you happy. Flowers, your family, your friends, you know, I mean, I know a lot of times we sit there and say, well, I can always say my family and friends because they always make me happy. Not all the time, but most of the time, right? I mean, they are your happy place, but you can still put that down. Maybe your fur baby or your fish baby or, you know, whatever, your plant babies, you know, whatever brings you joy. That is one way that you can try to get yourself back on track, to get yourself cycled back in to the positivity. And when you do that, you will probably start to notice, and it may not be big things, you know, someone might leave a cupcake on your desk, you know, just as a surprise, or saying, hey, this is the last one in the kitchen. I thought you might want it. But you're putting something out there and people are going to pick up on that and they're going to say, you know what, I think so-and-so might need some cheering up. But you kind of have to do that first. You have to do that for yourself. I know it's not easy. Okay. I know it's not easy, but it is doable. And I know that too. So, like I said, sometimes you're just going to have a bad day. And if you can't make it better for yourself, just try to ride out the storm. Okay. Don't give up. Just try to ride it out. All right, because tomorrow is another day. And who knows, when you walk in that door at home, you know, whether it's a fur baby or, you know, your family or maybe your roommate or friends comes to greet you, then yay. You know, if you live alone, you know, maybe you have some favorite TV shows that are saved up and that nice bottle of wine or that bottle of Guinness sitting somewhere to, you know, and I'm not saying drink to bring you joy. What I'm saying is it's your happy place. It's your comfort zone. It's your relaxing. You know, you might want to sit down with a glass of, you know, stout or beer or a glass of wine. And, you know, I mean, I know that can be a trigger for some people. So whatever brings you happiness, even if it's just sitting down with your favorite TV show and relaxing in your favorite pajamas, or, you know what, even naked if you want to. It doesn't matter, okay? Just find your happy. And when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. That almost looks like a full moon, although I know that's supposed to be the light. But look, I mean, even these look like little plants, like happy plants. It's a happy plant. Good morning, baby bear. So, when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. You know what? Baby sibling, I know you willed these. And I'm saying that because I said earlier on when it was just Sammy and baby sibling, I was like, you know what? Sometimes when I say baby sibling, make these cards come out, they just do. You know? They just kind of fly out of the deck. So I said that to her and these two came up. So whoever needs these today, these are for you. And you can thank baby sibling for putting her juju on it to make it, you know, fit. Okay, I know you did. I just wasn't going to say it. Baby sibling said I did. And I know she does. She could use some, like I said, you know, her and Sammy can use some of that extra juju today. So baby sibling can use it all week. So, yeah, so when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Like I said, it really kind of goes with the joyful presence. And I say that because again, when you're feeling something that's just not going your way, or you're feeling something that is just, icky, or, you know what, I'm just, baby sibling, I'm sorry, but I'm going to use you as an example. She is a prime example of what I'm talking about. So this week, this Saturday, would have been her anniversary. But as you know, her husband passed away just under 2 years ago. So this is really her second anniversary without him. And she was like, I'm not doing anything for it. I'm not going to celebrate. I'm not going to do, because she's trying to work through the emotions, right? The firsts, I will tell you this in grief. The firsts are hard, but the seconds are harder. And for two reasons. Baby sibling and I grieved very differently. Obviously, I lost my mom and sister, and Sissy, my soul sister, and she lost her husband. So, it's two different kinds of grief. This is a spouse versus family. Well, you know what I mean. Anyways, I'm not going to sit there and explain it all day. But she's working through it. And when I say there's different ways, the firsts I knew were coming. And so I embraced every single one of them. But what I didn't realize is because I wasn't dealing with it, the seconds were a bitch. Because it's like, oh my God, now I'm faced with all this. For baby sibling, she just didn't want to deal with it. She couldn't. It was too hard. And, she has kids that she has to raise. She has a life that she still needs to live while shouldering this grief. So she chose to just kind of keep herself busy during all these things, to just kind of. So this year, she's facing everything head on. All the seconds she's facing head on. And, last night we talked a little bit, and she's like, you know what, I just need a good soul cry. And soul cries are very, very releasing. They're very, very powerful. I know a lot of people don't like to cry, and if you're not a crier, that's fine. Maybe you can go outside or just scream into a pillow. Maybe you don't want to scream outside. Someone might call 911. But, or emergency services, but scream into a pillow, or just, but also she said she had a good cry today, and then she was going to go work out. She was going to work out all that anger by lifting some weights. Now, I don't normally disclose conversations I have with people, but I know she's also very open. I know she also vlogs herself. You can find her, oh gosh, baby sibling, leave your links to your stuff in the comments, because you have a lot of good vlogs. And I think the widows and widowers in the world could really, really use your insight into grieving, just like you have your own groups that have helped you with your insight into grieving. And so I just I don't know. The only reason I'm sharing this is because I really feel compelled to share this with someone, because I know that somebody out there is going to need this. And she's talking, I'm sorry, baby sibling, I'm not sure who you're talking about, so I apologize. It's in the comments, but you can text me and let me know later. But when you allow that love to come back into your life, it can start to heal you. It may not feel like it. It may take a while. Grieving is such a personal process that there really is no time limit on it. Look how long it took me, because, I think it's just a matter of when you're able to face it and when you're able to heal the parts of you that are in so much pain. But when you are ready, and, oh no, baby sibling, I was talking about Bailey. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is or who that is. But anyways, when you have that love and you have that joy, it gives you focus. There's a lot of people who just kind of quit on themselves and who quit on life because they just can't handle the grief. Baby sibling has, I find her extremely resilient, because not only does she face this every day, but she stays strong for her children. When she's in a lot of pain and they're in a lot of pain, her pain becomes secondary. So again, that makes it hard to continue grieving, because, now she's got to shoulder the sadness of two boys who have lost their father. And when you're connected to your children, you know they can feel what you can feel, especially in my family. We all feel each other's feelings, but because we're just so connected. But I know how connected she is to her children, and I know how important they are to her. And she chose from the moment she became a single parent that she was going to put them first. And sometimes you have to put yourself first. Self-care is not selfish, and she knows this. And there are times when my aunt will take the kids and, they'll go with grandma and she'll have her alone time. She'll do her own thing. But there was never a moment in her mind that I know of that those boys were not in the front of her thoughts. How are my kids going to handle this? How are they going to grow up, without the man that they knew? This is their dad, right? How are they going to, Sammy. I'm sorry, Sammy. Okay, Bailey belongs to Sammy. So, I'm sorry, guys. Right. Okay. I'm sorry. Just as a side note, if you can, she brought up Bailey because, Sammy brought up Bailey because just this last week, her friend, just very young, I think she was 29. I didn't know her name, Sammy, I'm sorry. She passed away from a brain bleed. So she was mentioning Bailey because I mentioned Marie's vlogs about, grieving and losing a spouse and being a widow or a widower. And so, Sammy and Marie, maybe you two can connect because it sounds like her husband may need some of that guidance. It was very sudden, it was very quick, and it is much what, it really is kind of what baby sibling went through. It was very sudden, it was very quick. That morning she said goodbye to her husband. By noon, there were police at her door. So, it sucks. It does. There's really no other way you can put it. It sucks. But, and I'm sorry this kind of took a downturn because, I know we really like to start Mondays with this really high stuff and get you going into the week. But I think the reason this came up today is because, you know what? We are still in the early half of this year. So maybe spend the rest of this year really working on showing those around you that you love and care about how much you love and care about them. Okay? And if you don't feel like it's being reciprocated, maybe it's because they feel like they're putting in a lot and you're not putting in anything. Or maybe you just need to sit down and talk to them and ask them, what can I do? Because I feel like I'm doing this and you're not doing this. And I really kind of need you sometimes. For instance, I told you guys I joined this group called, Loud Voices, Silent Streets. So it's out of England. And it's kind of just like it's almost like an online troupe of performers. Now, I joined because I want to be a writer. And I thought this is a good way to cut your teeth on this kind of stuff and writing for other people, seeing how they perform it. But you also have to perform your own monologues. Now, back in my old days, I did a lot of acting. Just on a, college and high school level. But I really, really enjoyed it, But I've always kind of felt that writing was more my gig. So, but I had to do these things. And there's this one monologue I had to do that, it's just been really hard because it's not in a normal, beat. So it's been kind of hard to memorize. But also, as you guys know, I was going through a bit of an episode for the last 2 weeks. I was in a spiral. And when you're in a spiral with a dinged up mental health, it is even harder to memorize anything. So I contacted the girl last night and I told her, hey, I'm having trouble memorizing this. Is it okay if I read this monologue? Not really read it, but just kind of cheat off the notes, right? And I told her why, because you guys know I'm very open about my mental health. And turns out she is just like me. And we actually thought it would be better, or she actually thought, I'm sorry, not we, she, if I read it from the thing, like it would have more of an impact, more of an effect. So, I opened up and I shared something. I reached out and talked to somebody. And I know it's not someone I really know. She's in England, I'm here. And we're just communicating through emails. But the point is, if I didn't reach out, I would still be driving myself crazy trying to memorize this thing And it's a beautiful poem because it's really about being alone and everything going around you and all the thoughts in your head that just kind of just poof, you know, they just kind of really bombard you. It's a lot overthinking and an overactive brain, you know, and it says the illusion of independence is a hard one to maintain. And it is. But what I'm trying to share here is that I would still be driving myself nuts today if I didn't reach out. So sometimes you just have to have that conversation with someone, even if you feel like it might be too hard. Okay? People can't read your mind. You have to share how you're feeling. So I guess some people could read your mind, but for the most part, most people cannot read your mind. So just, I know it's sometimes hard, and I know sometimes you're afraid that it's going to turn into this whole thing that, you know, it probably shouldn't turn into. But like I said, I reached out to someone yesterday and they solved my problem like that. And if I had reached out sooner, it would have been done sooner. Okay, because I'm literally coming up on deadline because I was afraid to ask that question. And then finally, last night I was just like, you know what, Shelly Marie, stop being stupid. Just go in there, send an email. And if she says she'd rather have it memorized, at least you got half of it done. You know, I had like 10 of the 19 verses memorized. So just take that chance, okay? And find that joy in your life. Find that love in your life. Just allow your higher power / the universe or wherever your belief system lies, allow it to help you heal. It may not always feel good, guys. Healing can be painful, but it's that whole, you know, analogy of sailing through that storm, right? You got to sail through that storm to get to the other side. And you might feel like you're sinking. You might feel like someone needs to throw you a life vest and pull you out of the water, but that's okay. That's what people are there for. They are there to help you. They are there to be with you. Okay? To get you through, just to you know, even if you don't want them to say anything, just say, you know what, I don't need you to say anything, I just need you to sit with me. And sometimes that's all they need, is to not feel alone while they process all their thoughts. All right, so again, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract the support of the universe. And when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. So your higher power, the universe, all those good things. And I pulled one of these because these are the ones I made. And I mean, I love this slot. He's so the master of chill. All right. So I think that's what it's saying. Slow down. What you don't finish today will be there tomorrow. Breathe and relax. I'm pretty profound, aren't I? Okay. Hi, patting myself on the back. Terrible. Shame on me. But anyways, so remember, slow down. What you don't finish today will still be there tomorrow. Breathe and relax. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful Monday. I'm sorry if this took the turn that you did not expect for a Monday, because I know we do try to keep the Mondays a little bit more upbeat and happy. But you know what? People need sometimes to hear these things, and I do believe everything happens for a reason. So baby sibling needed these. Other people will probably need these. And it's not always about how cheery and excited we can get during the daily vibe. I mean, look on the bright side. At least my energy is higher today, right? But it's also about how we can take care of one another, how we treat one another, how we, you know, are just there for one another. So remember, if you're vibing low, take a moment to relax and breathe. And again, if you have to, just grab a piece of paper and write down all the things that make you happy. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be the pen on your desk. I mean, check out this pen, right? It's a boxing glove, right? Right? My dad's a genius. He always finds me the coolest stuff. But the point is, when I'm upset, this makes me happy. Not because it's a boxing glove, but because it does that. So it's all about having fun. And, you know, it doesn't always make me feel better, but it does distract me for a moment from whatever it is that is bothering me. So, there you go. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you knock Monday out of the ballpark. I hope the shirt brought you joy. It's been a while since I wore this, but I also think it was good, lighthearted humor for the subjects that we covered today. So go out there, take deep breaths, relax when you can, tell your people that you just are so grateful they're in your life. And you know what? Take a couple moments today. You know, every time you have to go to the bathroom or the restroom, whatever, look in the mirror and tell yourself that you love yourself and that you are worth it and that you are here for a reason and that people do love you. Okay? So there you go. My wisdom for today. Oh, and my stupidity at the same time. What's a day without a giggle? So, all right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and I will talk to everybody tomorrow for Tuesday Thoughts. God, I can't imagine what I'm going to come up with tomorrow. Have a great day.